Bramham, a columnist at the Vancouver Sun, and I'm in Belcarra today as part of the series on neighborhoods, and I'm with Liisa Wilder. Liisa is a resident of Belcarra, a fairly recent resident in a community like this when I don't think you ever get to be a native. But tell me, Liisa, why is it that you chose Belcarra?
Originally we came to Belcarra. We lived in a small community in Coquitlam, northeast Coquitlam, and our children had grown, and they had left the home, and I wanted a bigger house. It was time to move. We needed a new postal code anyways, and we were just driving around and we drove out this way. I was thinking originally Anmore, and my husband wasn't as fussy there. Not that Anmore's beautiful, but he has a problem with the cell phone service there, and so we took a drive down here, and we were just going, wow, this is amazing.
And so what are if you had to list the three best things about Belcarra, what would you say those three best things are?
Well, obviously the water, the ocean. My husband and I are both boaters. We've sailed for 20 years and just recently gone to the dark side with a power boat, but the water is a huge factor for us. The peace, quiet, tranquility here, the nature, and my friendships that I've built here. It would be really hard to leave that.
Now, if you had to change one thing about Belcarra, what would you change?
I don't know.
Would you like a store or something
No,
here? Because there's
no.
really nothing here. This is
No, we're so close. You know, people think we're far away, but we're not. We're 10 minutes outside of Port Moody proper, 15 minutes to Coquitlam Centre, and we have Suderbrook just down the road. We have Heritage Village. And you're really close to downtown. We have the West Coast Express. We have wonderful transit systems. We even have the little sea buses, community buses that come in here. We don't need. If I need something, I go visit my neighbor.
But the one thing that you have just an enormous amount of is parks. I mean, it really is kind of a village in a park, right?
Exactly. That's exactly what it is. We live in the middle of a park. Yeah.
And what do you do for fun?
Well, with my girlfriends, every morning we hike the trails. We have beautiful trails here. They're well maintained, and many of them we explore them, but we have a route that we go about 8 to 10K every morning, and we go rain, shine, sleet, hail, snow. We're out there every day.
Now, there are a couple of landmarks that you've told me about. One of them is a Stonehenge. Tell me about Stonehenge.
Well, we've just named it that. It's one of the little areas that we walk through right deep in the forest up past the power lines. There's this little clearing, and you have to really hike up, and you have to know how to get there. It's not well marked, but we know. And we discovered it once just hiking, and you get up to the top and it's this total big clearing, and there's lots of shale and flat rocks, and people have built little...
Now the other thing that's really great here, as I understand it, is the crab fishing, or the crabbing.
Crabbing?
But...
Well, you have to have a license.
Fished out?
Yes, and you have to have a license, and we have our group wharfs and our private wharfs that we can drop our pots from. But the commercial fishermen come in, and they seem to, at this time of the year, it's pretty hard to have any keepers, because you have to throw the females away, just keep the males. But it's Dungeness crab here. Oh my goodness, it's tasty.
Now the other is what it's like to live here. I mean, most of us who live in Metro Vancouver, we live in a city. I mean, what does it feel like to live here?
Peaceful.
Mm-hmm.
I just love it. It'd be very hard to give this up. It's just it's quiet, it's peaceful, and it's friendly. You're part of the community. Like most of our properties are all acreage. So one thing that I did when I first moved here, I'm new. I've only been here for 8 years, so I'm considered a newbie. Anyways, the first thing I did is I joined the Community Recreation Association of Belcarra, CRAB acronym, and in order to meet people, because we're not going to meet people sitting in our homes or in our gardens because our properties are too big. So it's just, you feel really warm, and I'm home.
Well, thanks for sharing Belcarra with us.